Did you guys see what I just posted on TikTok? So there's this article that was just posted, and I'll put it in the chat. But there's an article that was just posted on IG in India where Treyarch, I mean, and we talked about this on stream not very long ago about how the Easter eggs were easier and kind of we understood how they did it like that and the reason behind it, making them a little bit easier to make it more accessible. And they actually give some data that we didn't have previously. What do you guys think the completion percentage was on the Easter eggs prior to this season, prior to Black Ops Cold War? Just kind of spitball it. What do you think the overall completion rate across the entire zombies community was? I'll drop it in here. So what they're saying is the completion rate was less than 2%. And so for us, people who like us who freak out about zombies and whenever there's new zombie content, like we're in that 2%. We're in those people that want to complete it. Yeah, man, isn't that crazy? 2%. So you think of like the millions of people that are playing zombies, and it is like us sweaty tryhards that are getting the Easter egg, and that's it. So it felt whenever D Machine came out, and I made a post about this, about how it was easier, and it felt like they were trying to accommodate a larger audience, but still keeping like some of the side quests that are harder to find and like side Easter eggs that were a little bit harder to find. So I think it makes perfect sense now. But I do want to hear from everybody else I mean, if you did Gord Crovey Easter egg or you did Horizon Draka Easter egg, especially solo, man, I can see how you could be. I don't know, man. I mean, like there is that sense of accomplishment for finishing an Easter egg, a really hard one. So like D Machine and Firebase Z are much more on the easier side. Cam and Chryson, what do you guys think? You think it's a little bit too easy now, or you think it's just right? Tia, what do you think, man? You think it's a little bit too easy now? Yeah, it's definitely easier for sure. But is it too easy? I guess that's the question. Should it be a little bit harder? Because I didn't get Gord Crovey the day it came out. Trust. I didn't get DE the day it came out. Feel overall, it's just my opinion, Call of Duty falling off after Black Ops 3. Yeah, I can see that, man. I can see. What's up, Siege? I think it's too easy. I enjoyed trying and failing, and then finally completing it felt so good, brother. I can understand that. I can understand that because I did DE solo, and if you did DE solo, you know what I'm talking about. Like you don't want anybody to try to take that accomplishment away from you. I couldn't get Gord Crovey solo. I had to partner up. I made it on Shadows of Evil as far as I could solo because you can only make it to that Shadow Man boss fight by yourself. You want to talk about being mad? But this was just not as enjoyable. CJ, I'm great, man. How you been doing? How was the rest of your weekend? Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to get a beverage then. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it did. It really did. It did. I think here's what I think happened. Because compared the BO4 compared to BO3 Easter eggs, I felt like the BO3 Easter eggs were more cohesive. I felt like they made more sense. I think when they got into Black Ops 4, I think they tried a few new things. And I think this is the reaction to the Black Ops 4 Easter eggs because I've gone back and played Blood of the Dead and I don't even know where to start on the Easter egg. And like guys, I've gotten a lot of them. I got every single one on Infinite Warfare. Got every single one except for one on Black Ops 3. I got almost all of them. I didn't get Buried Solo and I didn't get Die Rise Solo on Black Ops 2. But other than that, like I've gotten them all. But I didn't get any of them on Black Ops 4. I'm good playing a lot of Warzone, improved my playstyle. I think I've improved. Brother, you got a couple hard carries with us yesterday. Oh, Christ, and let me hydrate. Yeah, CJ, you had that one game where you were just carrying all of us. You had like 11 or 12 kills, man. That was good. Also, another unpopular opinion, BO3 had the best zombies from their own maps and DLC for old maps. I feel cared more during that time for the gaming community overall. Yeah, I think that's a fair point. I think that's a very fair point. Because you think about not only the original content that they came out with in Black Ops 3, but the remastered maps. It was I mean, like Origins was already amazing. I already really enjoyed Keener der Toten. I already really enjoyed a lot of those old maps. And when they remastered them for the Black Ops 3 remastered for the Zombie Chronicles, it took an excellent map in Origins and probably made it the best map of all time. So the Black Ops 2 map Origins was great. The Black Ops 3 map Origins is the best of all time. So yeah, I think it's there is something about like that stress of having a harder Easter egg. There's something about not finishing it the first day. There's something about making it almost to the last step and dying. And if you haven't done that, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you haven't made it to that last boss battle in Origins and died and then had to start all the way over, there's no saving in zombies. And that's probably one of the reasons we like it so much. But if you haven't made it to the boss battle in Origins and died, then you don't know what it feels like to really knock that out of the park and actually get it. You guys know what I'm saying? I think it's because more people were playing it so they could put more effort in it. Yeah, I think it's more people are interested, more people like it. They want to make it more accessible. So I think it's what I'm saying is I think there's two sides to this discussion, and I think I understand both. From like the sweaty tryhard zombie perspective is what I mean, we just went through all the Easter eggs I finished solo, and it felt easier. But then it's like you knock it out and you can come back and try to speed run, or you can try the side quest, or you can go high rounds. So I mean, I think they're gonna have to give us one of these Easter eggs that comes up in the near future. It's gonna have to be a little bit harder, I think. For Black Ops Cold War to be judged fairly and to have everybody to consider it among one of the better modes of all time, we're going to have like a real burner Easter egg. We're going to have a really hard one. I never really played solo on old CODs. My mates didn't play this one, so the fact I completed the D Machine Firebase Z Easter, yeah, I mean 100%, dude, 100%. I used to just do it solo just to see if I could do it solo. Like that was my jam. I remember, and you want to talk about like a balanced Easter eggs? I think Infinite Warfare was almost completely balanced because Zombies in Spaceland was a little bit harder. Raven the Redwoods was a little bit too easy, but some of those other ones were like really balanced. It wasn't like too hard. It wasn't too easy. You could do it solo. You didn't have to like exploit to do it. The new Zombies maps are honestly a little bit too easy because I got it first try as soon as it came out. BO3 Easter eggs were way longer and harder. I was back getting snacks for stream. Yeah, I mean, guys, I really do. I do understand this. I wanted to hear what you guys had to say because I think I think we're all like the sweaty tryhard crowd on Zombies. So it's interesting to hear what you guys had to say. But I dropped that. I mean, I can drop that article in chat again. But I'll read it. So it says Call of Duty Zombies Easter eggs completion rate was less than 2% from Treyarch. And they said the way around that was the fact that there were these creators out there like Dalek JD, Ali A when he was still doing Zombies Easter eggs, Noah J, all the rest of Mr. Raffle Waffles. So those guys were actually increasing the completion rate of the Easter eggs themselves. So that's pretty interesting. There's a couple quotes in here. So, and I wondered if this came out on the 25th. So we had just gotten Outbreak. And so this makes me wonder if there is some sort of Easter egg in Outbreak. I'm hoping there is. Let's see. Season 2's arrival has allowed developer Treyarch to rehaul certain aspects of Zombies, such as Easter eggs, to ensure that more players are able to complete them. So like we've been saying this for months. They just came out and said it. They're like, it's easier. So Corey, studio creative director at Treyarch, in an interview at IGN India, there's some side Easter eggs that are still somewhat obscure that you'll have to find, but the main quest, we just wanted more players to experience it. All right, that's fine. I mean, like you want more engagement. You want more people to have that sense of satisfaction. Here's what I say. If you're going to do that, give me a harder Easter egg. Give me a way to do a harder Easter egg. That's what I want. So like you want to have this version of the Easter egg that's easier for everybody to complete. So like that's the rest of the 98%. So if you're talking about me completing Deriz and Draka, me completing Gord Crovey, me trying to complete Shadows of Evil solo, that makes me the 2%. They give me a 2% Easter egg. Like, you guys have all this time and all this effort and all this money, and you guys are a multi-billion-dollar studio. Give me a harder Easter egg. I don't think that's asking for too much, and I don't think that takes too much additional effort on their part. You know, like we can have something for everybody, but don't make it to where the 2% sweaty tryhard community doesn't have like that challenge, like that Black Ops 3 challenge. You guys know what I'm saying? So this is what they're saying, and here's the rationale behind it. He's like, so much development time goes into these things. If you look at the metrics, less than 2% of players were actually seeing the stuff unless it was shown on YouTube. If you look at YouTube now on Reddit, a lot of people are completing their first Easter eggs ever. They've been in the franchise for 10, 12 years. Honestly, that's cool. That's cool to hear that. It's cool. I'm happy people are completing it now. And so what they're saying, they're not saying that Dalek JD and Noah J and Raffle Waffles were actually helping these people get the Easter egg. They're saying the actual only time they saw the completion of the Easter egg was watching somebody else do it either on stream or on YouTube. I agree. They should do it with like the exfil at the end, then do like another step in a boss fight for the 2%. Yeah, man. And then like, my concern is that if you don't do that, you're going to lose people like us. So like, we're always excited for new zombie content. We want to play when it comes out. We're going to put in as much effort as possible. But if you think about it, if we have 5 Easter eggs and they're not hard, what are we going to say about this one? Like when we have Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and we're including it in the discussion for the best mode ever, are we going to say Cold War is the best ever? Or are we going to say it was too easy? And like, we've never been able to say one of these games was too easy. I was going to, Zombie Spawn glitch. It was